Alright, so remember back to elementary school. We can all think of our favorite teacher, or if you can't think of your favorite teacher, you know that teacher you had that was just the worst teacher ever, right? Well, everybody wants their job to make a difference, and hopefully mine will be to be someone's favorite teacher and no one's worst teacher. I've chosen to talk to you about the career of an elementary school teacher today because that's the job I'm going to pursue. And I've done quite a lot of research to try and tell you something new. Today in my speech, I'm going to talk about the ups and downs of the job and the job outlook for an elementary school teacher. First, let's take a look at the ups and downs. Every job has its advantages and disadvantages. I picked a few of each to talk about today. Elementary school teachers have quite a few advantages to their jobs. The most prevalent is teachers who have their own children get to have the same school schedule as their children, and it's easier to plan vacations, although it doesn't make it any cheaper, unfortunately. Then there's retirement and insurance, which are provided to the teachers, and some teachers get so excited about retirement they start counting down the minute they get a job. In a recent interview with Tanya Longmore, a teacher at Casley Elementary, Tanya emphasized how great it is to be able to see kids learn. In a recent interview with Stephanie Utterson, a teacher in the Christina School District from Delaware, says that her favorite part of the job is that it's a profession that encourages development after you get the job. So most teachers, once they have their job, they go back to school and continue from their bachelor's. Being a teacher does have some disadvantages. One being that a lot of work is done after hours. So you have to plan the lessons, you have to plan activities, and you're grading papers, and you don't get paid for that time outside of the classroom. Tanya Longmore remarks that it's also sometimes very hard to deal with parents because you can't make everyone happy all the time. Some teachers might have a small budget, and this means that if they're like really gung-ho about doing a certain activity, they might have to pay for the supplies themselves, and not everybody is like comfortable with that. Stephanie Utterson personally dislikes that tests seem to be more accurate at testing teacher performance than student grades or performance. So now that we have looked at the advantages and disadvantages, let's take a look at job outlook. Job outlook is important to look at for any career, and so it is with teaching. Wage is a big factor that people look at. We all like money. And it varies by location. So for the sake of this speech, we're going to compare Missouri with Rhode Island. So Career One Stop, which is a recently updated Department of Labor website, states that the average wage for Missouri's teachers is $41,700. In Rhode Island, this number goes up to $71,500, so it's quite a difference. Then there is growth. The recent study done by the Bureau of Labor Statistics states that the average growth nationally is about 17%. And then Career One Stop tells us that for Missouri it's 15% and Rhode Island is 13%. So basically what this means is even though Rhode Island teachers might get paid more on average, they won't have as much opportunity for jobs because there's not as much growth. So to wrap this up, we talked about two things today: the ups and downs of being a teacher and the job outlook for a teacher. Hopefully you look back and can appreciate your teachers. Thank you.